Hey, welcome back to Figure Depot. Today we're in a special surrounding. Doesn't quite look Jurassic Parky, but close enough. It's outdoors. So for scale reference, I've got the Mattel Super Colossal T-Rex. I've got some Family Dollar Velociraptors that I picked up for $5 each. So you might want to check your Family Dollars for those because they're almost exactly the same scale as the new ones here that we have in the Amber collection. So this is the Amber collection. It's just now hitting your GameStop stores, and you can see it's a window box packaging, very reminiscent of a Marvel Legends or a DC Multiverse. And this is a Universal Studios, Emblem Entertainment, and Mattel product. So Mattel. I don't know who makes these guys. It's got the Jurassic Park logo on it, so I'm assuming it's Mattel, but there's no copyright date or any kind of indicator as to who makes them. But the ankle articulation and all the articulation on this figure, on these Raptors, is exact same as the Mattel, so I'm guessing it's just a kind of dumbed down, cheap down version. So anyway, we're gonna open these guys up here in a second and look at them. I just wanted you to see them all side by side. I was able to pick up 2 Raptors and Dr. Ian Malcolm. That's all that exists right now in this particular wave, so I'm hoping that they will give us a Robert Muldoon, because I need him so my Raptors can eat him. And then we need a Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, and on and on and on, all the other characters. But this is a nice first start. Definitely stoked to be having a 1/12 scale toy line for Jurassic Park. So been wanting this for a long time. All right, so move the camera in a little closer so you can get a good look here. We have Dr. Ian Malcolm. On the back, it has a little bio. It says, an expert in chaos theory, Dr. Ian Malcolm is one of the few original visitors to Jurassic Park. While he often uses humor and sarcasm, he has a deep understanding and respect for the power of nature and knows that life finds a way. Whoa. Okay, on the side, we've got this lava Jurassic Park logo. Well, maybe these are not lava. Maybe these are little fossilized amber shoots. It's kind of hard to tell. It almost has a flame look to it in places. And then here we have our mosquito encapsulated in amber. But either way, I guess since it's the Amber collection, those are veins of amber in the rock. So getting him out of the package, we have this really cool amber display stand, and we have his torch. We have the glass of water that shakes on the dashboard of the 1991 Ford Explorer. And then we have Dr. Ian Malcolm himself and 2 interchangeable hands. These 2 are very similar. I'm assuming this is the cup holding hand, this is a flare holding hand, and then these are just 2 alternate hands. So he does not have any twist ties or anything holding him in here, which is nice. Whee! We've got his ring hand. We'll get a closer look at that. It's got his ring, you can see in the shot when he's explaining chaos theory to Dr. Sattler, trying to flirt with her while Dr. Grant's not around. Ring finger also on the hand that comes on the figure. And he does have a nice looking watch. And the paint detail on it's really crisp. He's got his shades, of course. So, very cool. We can see a scale reference here. This Super Colossal T-Rex is in a 1/12 scale. And these Raptors from the Family Dollar are actually just a smidge too big, but really not bad at all. And they definitely will do well if you want to have a whole pack of Raptors. Because I think there were 4 originally that were in that first Raptor paddock whenever they were dropping the cows down inside. I think there was 4 total. I can't remember for sure. Y'all can comment below and let me know if that's correct or not. But these are going to be great to supplement and kind of fill in the background of my shots with our new Raptors. So Looking at the articulation, he does have not much of an ankle rocker or pivot, but it does swivel, so that's a little disappointing. He does have double jointed knees, and that one's frozen. There it goes. So we do get a nice bend there, so that's good. We do get a thigh swivel. I'm very surprised that these don't have any kind of angle rocker or ankle pivot, just that swivel. And he does have a diaphragm little ball socket here to crunch back and forth and side to side. He does have a waist swivel. The arms will go out side to side. If you've got Mattel wrestling figures, or you kind of have an idea, or multiverse figures of the general articulation, he does have that Mattel style. It is technically like a ball joint, but the way it's designed, you do get a little up and a little down, but not much. It's essentially a swivel. Then we do get an elbow here that is single jointed, but it does have a good range. We do get a little bit better than 90. We do get swivels and hinges at the wrists, which is nice. So good articulation there. The flare holding hand. Not a smart move, but yeah. So there we got that. I forgot to get the cup out, so let me get the cup out real fast. You can see he stands very well on level ground, so that's good. Here's the cup of water. Fits really nicely into that hand. Here's our display stand. So the peg's real tight, so you're gonna have to force it down pretty good to get it to go on there, but it does function fairly well. All right, getting a closer look at the figure here, we can see the flare is really cool. It's translucent plastic to here, and then it's opaque from there down, and has a nice billowing smoke effect, which looks really good. You can see his glasses are translucent. You can see his eyes through there, and they look pretty cool. We do have this necklace that is around his neck there on his chest that looks really nice. The detail on it's really good. And it's basically, you know, just a solid black outfit, so not a whole lot in terms of paint detail on his outfit, but the little pieces here and there that are detailed look really nice. He has these nice riding boots. You can see the buckle there. It's really decorative. There's a slight rocker, like I said, but nothing really to speak of. The watch looks really good. We can see it here. Really nice. And then his ring looks really good as well. I think they misplaced that little teal dot right there. I think it's supposed to be over toward the center a little better. We'll look at the other one and kind of see how it stacks up there. But there's a close-up look of Dr. Ian Malcolm. And you can see overall, very, very cool design. Taking a look at his stand, it does have the Jurassic Park logo on it, this display base, I guess you could say. And it looks like amber. Very nice, very cool looking. And then we have his cup of water, which I'll bring in a little closer. And it's got the little ripples in it, like it's shaking from the T-Rex pounding his way through the park, having escaped the paddock. And then, well, it's offset on this hand too, that little teal spot on the ring, his little turquoise gem or whatever that is. And you can see, I don't know if, I guess that's by design. I'll have to watch the movie again and see if on his hand it's sitting a little offset. But that's the detail essentially of his ring. All right, for size comparisons, we can see that he is actually a 7-inch scale figure. As we look here at the NECA 7-inch Predator, I'm sorry, not Predator, Alien and Superman 2-pack, we can see that he's in scale with him perfectly. And then we have a 6-inch Marvel Legends over here, basic suited figure, and you can see that he towers over him pretty significantly. So these are definitely a 7-inch scale figure rather than a 6-inch scale figure. All right, so here's our Velociraptor. Highly intelligent and aggressive, the Velociraptor is known to hunt in packs with the innate ability to distract and deceive her prey. This cunning predator proves to be one clever girl. From Robert Muldoon, of course. All right, so looking at the packaging, we have the same window box style package, just much larger to fit our Raptor. And we have on the back some detail here with the bio I just read you and a shot of the clever girl hiding in the bushes. And then got our fossilized amber Jurassic Park logo, amber collection on the side with our mosquito. Not much going on the top, warnings and stuff on the bottom. This is a GameStop product. Is the only place I've seen it. I don't know if these will be available at Walmart as well or not, but GameStop's the only place I've seen them. If you know if they're an exclusive or not, please comment below and let everybody know. So here she is in the package, and again, we don't have any straps holding her down. Oh yeah, we do, just kidding. So I'm gonna pause and pop these off and then get her out of the package. All right, so wasn't too horrible. They're actually soft enough that you can give them a good tug and pull and they'll pop loose. I didn't have to have a knife to cut it. I left my knife inside. New review space, so yeah. But awesome figure, lots of articulation. Got the amber display base again, like Dr. Malcolm has. Then we have this little guy, which ports into the bottom, and you can actually punch him on there and display him and kind of help support him. I was worried when I saw that there were going to be weak, loose joints, but all the joints on this figure so far are good and tight, and I don't think it's going to be a problem being able to pose her how I want to. She stands just fine. And this tail is real rubbery. If you remember the Ninja Turtles, the 1991, I think it was 91, it's the movie Turtles, so that would have been Secret of the Ooze, which I think was 92 or 93, I can't remember. But they kind of have that feel to them, just a real soft, rubbery, and there is some sort of bendy wire in here, so it does kind of pose around to a degree. Basically just from here to here. It's not the whole length of the tail, but that's pretty cool. We do have a nice paint deco on here. You can see some of the subtle striping across there, but it's covered over by this general shading on top. We do have the paint that graduates to a softer color on the belly there. Articulation is awesome. This, of course, bends around just like the Colossal T-Rex's tail does, on a ball joint there. And then the legs do go in and out, just about that much, not a ton. We do have a bend here at the knee. Then this is technically like the ankle, I think, anatomically. Kind of like on a dog or a horse. You get the bend here and then you get this reverse bend. But you can see good articulation there, so you can get them crouching or standing up tall. And we do have hinge and swivel also down here, so we get some ankle rocker pivot action out of that. And then the very awesome thing that I wondered if they would do, and they actually did, was we have toe articulation for this toe, this claw that is retractable, that he taps very menacingly and spookily. So the arms come out to the side just like that and back down. We do have an articulated hinge here, and we have swivels and hinges at the wrists. So lots of good articulation on this guy. Very cool. And looking at the head here, we've got a ball joint again, so it can rotate pretty much any way you want to rotate it. Then we get a secondary one here, so we can look up, look down. And then of course we have an upper jaw articulation and a lower jaw articulation, so you can get a lot of good growls and stuff out of that guy. So I'm gonna come in a little closer and let us get a closer look at the figure. All right, so here's our Velociraptor up close. That's the extent of my special effects, sound effects for this movie. Hope you enjoyed it. But you can see that really wicked looking green eye there. Looks awesome. The detail on this thing is awesome. It's very crisp. Lots of paint shading, lots of detail work that really sets it off, makes it look really nice and menacing. There's a look at the inside of the mouth there. So cool. I'm loving this thing. My camera keeps not focusing, which is awesome. You can see the paint shading, light under the belly and dark on top. We got the tiger striping that I was talking about here along the tail. And this is hard plastic. The legs up to here are hard plastic. Then we get a little bit softer plastic the farther you go down. And then of course the tail's real rubbery, like I mentioned. And then this is a harder plastic, and the bottom jaw is a little bit softer, I believe. But very nice to handle, very cool. There's a close look at that articulating toe right there. Very cool. Really hope we get a Robert Muldoon. I've got some awesome shot ideas already brewing in my head that I want to get. But there she is up close. Just really nice looking figure. Tremendous detail. Awesome sculpt, awesome paint. These figures from Mattel are some of the best Mattel figures I have ever seen. All right, so just in closing here, you can see these Raptors from the Family Dollar are almost the same size. They're just a hair larger with slightly exaggerated feet and heads, but definitely in the background of your shot, if you're doing toy photography, will fit very well as just to kind of expand your pack. If you want to have a $5 Raptors to kind of build your pack of Raptors versus spending $30 on several of them, that's definitely an option. But obviously these are much better articulated, much better paint detail, although these aren't bad. And so very cool. This is a great start to a 1/12 action figure line for Jurassic Park, which is something we've probably all wanted and needed for a long time. So anyway, comment below, let me know what you guys think of these figures, if you're excited to get them, and what figures in the line you're looking forward to having eventually. And I'll see you guys next time. Please check out my Instagram for some pictures later, and I'll see you later.